Hello, good morning. Soon it's gonna be good afternoon. I'm bringing you outside today. I hope most of you are preparing to go for lunch already. For my friends in Singapore, and for those of my friends who are watching these live videos from Australia, good afternoon. I'm sure your lunchtime is over already now, and you are back to office to do some work. Okay. So as I stated in my description box above, I mentioned about today I'm going to share with you a story about my younger sister. And she is 10 years younger than me. Why this topic comes about today, and why am I going to share with you the learning, that is the determination and following what makes your heart sing, is that today, exactly today, 3 years back, I got the Facebook memory prompting me that we sent my youngest sis of mine to China for a studycation, study/vacation, that kind. And I remember during that phase when she was actually taking her diploma, and she was still trying to figure out what she wants to do once she get into the workforce. That was when we had one of the days during that particular period was when we had a conversation in a bus when we were on the way back home. And she asked me, "Kakak," as in elder sister, "I actually have this passion. I like to do this thing, but I don't know if mother or our parents will agree to it." That was what she asked me. And then we had that conversation on what she likes to do, what she plans to do, what she wants to do, and she don't know. So back then, the diploma that she was taking is actually diploma in business studies. So she covered a whole range of businesses, and she mentioned to me that another sister of mine actually mentioned to her to get a job somewhere in the HR department, because it's very wide and it's usually there's more job roles in HR in terms of companies. So I was mentioning to her that, and then she asked for my opinion at that point of time. So I mentioned to her that yes, she could consider that after her graduation. However, what really makes her what is the thing that she really wanted to do that makes her, kind of contemplate on getting into business and getting into HR and all that. And this is what she mentions to me. She said that, "Kakak, actually, I wanted to be a police officer." This was 3 years ago when she was going through her studies, her diploma and all that. So, being the elder sister, and at that point of time I already shift my mindset. If it was me back then, I would tell her, be safe, just do what you graduated from, whatever course that you take, there is a niche you specialize in it, and then get a job that is revolving around that particular niche of specialization that you've already garnered. But then, because 3 years back I already embarked on my entrepreneurial journey, right? So that was when I mentioned to her, now, if being a police officer is something that you really like to do, and it's something that you have the ambition, what stops you from pursuing it? And then she mentioned to me that perhaps parents will not be agreeable, or that kind of things. And then I advised her to say that do what makes your heart sing. This is another thing that I mentioned to my younger sister, which I always emphasize to other people that I meet. If you want to do something, do the things that you love. Because when you do that, and when it makes your heart sing, you are able to go through all odds to make it happen. But if you force yourself into doing something that you do not like, then that is where a lot of excuses, a lot of procrastination will happen. So that was the advice that I gave to my younger sister 3 years ago. And I am so very proud of her that she enrolled herself into the Singapore Police Force Academy. She went through 6 months of intense trainings and all that physically, and just last year, somewhere in November, that is where she graduated and got her sergeant rank. And to see that transition up to today, we just actually celebrated her 21st birthday, which is just last week. And we were born in the same month, but me and my younger sister is 10 years apart. We were not close because we had not so easy childhood. We were often separated in terms of accommodation, staying together. She's always staying at my cousins and my auntie's place, and I'm staying with my mother in a different house. But looking back, 3 years ago when she came to me and asked for such advice, and looking at her now as an elder sister, I am super proud at what she has accomplished. And this derives the learning for today, that is, be determined in whatever you're passionate in. Do what makes your heart sing, because when you do the things that you love, you will go against all odds to achieve it. Alright, so to my younger sister, I shouldn't mention her name. I wouldn't mention her name because I didn't ask her this permission when I wanted to share with you all the story. But the learning is a takeaway that you guys can get from it. So I wish you a good afternoon and a good lunch now for those of you who are going for your lunch break. Thank you for joining me in this live Facebook video today. I hope the learning for today helps you in some way. If you're watching the replay, do drop it in the comment section below if you're struggling with anything. And that it is. Have a good day. Have a wonderful Wednesday. And I see you in the next video tomorrow. Bye.